Our escape journey is moving forward. We chose Paraguay to get our residency there, but the country was still closed, so we escaped Europe to Mexico instead. We now just had over 2 months until our residency documents would expire. After checking out the Mexican West Coast, we were now in the Caribbean, in a small town that had gained popularity over the past years. Tulum. Tulum is really separated into 2 parts. The natural reserve oceanfront and the backbone city further back inland, and that one handles all the resources. The oceanfront though, that's where all the beauty is. It doesn't have connectivity to electricity, nor water, so all the eco-hotels that are on the oceanfront have to run diesel generators all day, and for the water they actually have to import the water with huge trucks. The waterfront is truly one of the most magical beach experiences one can encounter worldwide. The white sand, the turquoise water, green palm trees in combination with organic looking eco-hotels, they're all focusing on Instagram-worthy beauty. It's really some kind of dream vibe there. A beauty that one would love to soak in and keep as a permanent companion. Unfortunately though, real life was catching up with us every time we had to step beyond the hotels, back into the street and back into the main city. The Tulum beachfront hotels are not affordable for long-term travelers like us. A few days and you can already be set back by $1,000 or more. The more budget-friendly option is to take a hotel in the backcountry city and its surroundings. Once stepping beyond the beach hotels, you will be confronted with a logistic nightmare of Tulum. The tiny street that is connecting the beach with the city cannot bear the heavy burden of all the incoming tourists, water trucks, supply trucks, and the herds of employees that have to journey back and forth twice a day. Off rush hour, a car might be able to do the journey in just under 10 minutes. But then the madness breaks out, and then you can maybe do it in like an hour if you're lucky. Rental bikes are an available option, but even for them, the path can be congested at times. We ended up walking most of the time, and that can be achieved within, half an hour to an hour. So as the beachfront hotels for us were off limit, we gave all kinds of other hotels in the city a chance. I really don't want to burden you with all our experiences there, but I can tell you that we moved around a lot. And we were really close on giving up on Tulum. We felt frustrated. Hotel prices were high, and some of the people we saw had a very shallow touch to them. On the one hand, many tourists come to Tulum to find their spiritual nature and live out their positivity and connection with others. But soon that facade fades, and some resort to just seconds of Instagram spirituality, and then that just leads to treating others with superficiality or disrespect. Nevertheless, we were also positively surprised by some of the international travelers we met. Notably, the German-American couple Christoph and Sarah, who gave us a ride from Tulum Beach one day and then later on invited us for another great beach day together. Then there was the Polish-Mexican couple Tom and Steffi, who were at the same hotel and joined us for dinner during the Night of the Dead. the Mexican Halloween. For learning more about that, check out Alexandra's video about the festivities around Mexicans' Day of the Dead. Despite these positive encounters, we were close on leaving Tulum. It didn't provide an affordable base that made it possible for us to work on our projects. By the time we were living in one of the cheapest hotels in Tulum, the Tulum City Hotel. But the friendly owner, Mariana, made us feel comfortable and really cozy. At that time, we told our friend Ole about our discomfort with Tulum. He shared our dislike of the situation in Tulum, but told us about a friend of his relatives. One wouldn't guess it, but Northman Ole's mom is actually from Ecuador. So he's fluent in Spanish and has many family connections, even here in Mexico. These are the connections that will get you very far in Latin countries in general. For Ole though, the Mexican experience was coming to an end already. Mexico is full of temptations, and one is venturing a thin line when working and traveling. It is hard to remind oneself that this is not a vacation. It's more than just relaxing by the beach and partying at night. It is the choice of being free but still being responsible for one's own progress. We were sad to see Ole leave, but his advice made us reach out to his contact, Patrick, and we were wonderfully surprised. Patrick turned out to be a godsend. He's a German guy around our age who had already lived in Mexico for several years. He's running a big guest house and is a part-time scuba dive master. He's integrating well into the Mexican structures with his Mexican-Spanish slang and his Mexican way of driving his car. He's getting into all the right places with the local price treatment. When we arrived at his house, conveniently located just a few minutes off of the main Tulum Boulevard, we felt like we were in a beautiful oasis. All of the dirty streets of Tulum were just like gone, and what we saw was a beautiful swimming pool and the green view of palm trees and other exotic plants. We found a place to relax. It was off-season and not too many tourists in town at the moment, so Patrick offered us a studio apartment for an amazing price. We agreed on staying for 2 weeks, but ended up staying 2 months. We found a home base that offered us the possibility to focus back on our work and also get a routine with cooking at home, do regular sports, and visit the beautiful beaches. Right now at this beach, actually all by myself. I'm gonna go swim right now. There's a palm tree here right now that fell probably because of the hurricane. It's really nice, a little bit windy. The weather though is pretty good. Good stuff. We also got the best neighbors we could have wished for. Andrew, a young businessman from the UK, was able to put his high society lifestyle in the US to rest and came to Tulum with his parents, Anthony and Doreen. They took the 2 apartments beneath ours and soon became good friends and a spiritual light in this confusing world we live in right now. Anthony, a retired doctor, was able to confirm our suspicions about all the questionable information that is currently circulating in the world's news outlets. His down-to-earth medical advice should be a role model to pharma-confused majority of the medical establishment. So with some fresh ocean air, sunshine, local fruits and vegetables, and naturally sourced meats and fish, we thrived in our Mexican village. Things were in fact going so well, I started to reach out to my friends, asking them to join us in this beautiful villa. It was not too long until my friend Jeff from California joined us with his friend Parinas for cenote cave diving and water park adventures. Also, Kim was getting ready to come back to Mexico and moved his whole life with him. Ole also expressed interest in giving Tulum another try, and then there was one more spot in the other, bigger apartment of our tropical villa. Ever since high school, my dear friend Theo and me felt brotherly connections.
I'm telling you, this is the best attraction of the park. Okay. No.
Both fascinated by foreign lands and early travel experiences, we kept in contact over the years, and no matter where we ended up, with me currently the one who is in my exploration phase, I kept on motivating him to leave his current home office lockdown lifestyle and his dead-end job behind and join me in literal paradise in the Caribbean coast of Mexico.
Big shout out to Theo. He should get his ass the fuck over here to Mexico, because I think he's suffering in Austria. Come over. Peace, brother.
The sad reality of lockdown number 3, with the pending force tracking and regular physical molestation of his so-called progressive employer, finally changed Theo's mind, and he was joining us for life in Tulum for Christmas and New Year's. With Patrick on our side and the new arrival of Kim and Theo, Tulum opened up a whole range of new activities. Mayan pyramid trips, cenote diving, water parks, and much more for prices the locals would pay.
You have a second chance. On one restaurant have really good arrachera beef. Yeah? You have, just we go there, we drink 1 tequila shot to make our belly free. Then we go in the restaurant, then you are hard dive, and then you will eat up. And then after Christmas we go dive. Give me a check. No. You can't give me a loan. No. Okay, I force it. Muy bien. Yeah? He did.
Yeah, we have it on video.
So, I will now know. Land of God. I will give you quick. Just take it in the hand. Just take it in the hand. It's a new beginning.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
But take it more. Do you want to burn this stone?
As far as I'm concerned, Tulum offered me my first time scuba diving experience in decades. And Alexandra even completely started her scuba experience with Patrick and graduated as a PADI diver. We were truly able to make the best out of our stay in Mexico. But as much as we loved our stay, Christmas and New Year's came and went with beautiful memories, but Alexandra and me were still worried about our unresolved Paraguayan situation.
Happy New Year's. Time progresses and we go forward. Spending some time at the beach is nice, right? But why do you want to do it? That's the questions you should ask yourself. Is this something that you want to do on a regular basis? Like right now, sun's coming out, everything's good. Or do you want your daily routine next to the beach? Do you want to live next to the beach? Or do you just want to come here for vacation, maybe for like 2 days or something? A week, 2 weeks? Been here now for 2 months? What do you think?
At some point, we were thinking about just leaving that Paraguay project behind and just focus all of our energy to our new Mexican life. Mexico is a country that has lots to offer, and especially in confusing times like these, it was one of the very few countries that was not playing along with the oppressive worldwide agenda. Mexico lets their borders open and let the Mexican people the liberty to decide for themselves how to deal with the seasonal flu. Alexandra and me made a contingency plan for a possible life in Mexico, A great option that fate kept us open for another day. But then suddenly the political climate of Paraguay changed and the borders were officially open again. Foreigners were allowed to enter again and we still had a few weeks left to continue our Paraguay residency progress. By the beginning of January, we left Tulum for Playa del Carmen one last time. Our friend Nictel let us stay at her house so we were able to make preparations for our coming departure to South America. This gave us the opportunity to meet up with Moni from Austria at a German beer garden. Moni too made the big escape from Europe and successfully started her business as a virtual assistant for artists.
Bratwurst, Currywurst, Krakauer, Gulasch mit Spätzle und Rotkohl, Rindsroulade, Schweineschnitzel.
With that, our last days in Mexico came to an end. With our flights booked and necessary documents organized, we were on our way to the Cancun airport. Our experiences in Tulum have brought us together with some amazing people. Thanks to Kim, we made it to Mexico and met Ole. Thanks to Ole, we found our place in Tulum with Patrick. And thanks to Patrick, we had our wonderful neighbors Anthony, Doreen and Andrew. In a way, our wonderful experiences in Mexico made us regard it as our second home now. We decided to move forward to get our residency in Paraguay, but we will definitely come back to Mexico and we'll spend some more amazing time there. As for the next part of our journey though, we had to make sure that things work out as planned. And the time was ticking. We barely had any time left till our documents would expire. We still had to do translations, notarizations, and have all kinds of official appointments in Paraguay to get that process started. And we weren't sure yet if we would even make it through Paraguayan customs. See in the next video what inconvenient surprises were waiting for us right after landing in Asunción, the capital of Paraguay. Hear more about this in the next episode of the Adventure Escape Diaries. With this inspirational journey continuing in the next video, I want to make you aware of my current offer for a free online coaching session with me. With the Adventure Escape Diaries, you can follow my journey to personal freedom. And now let's make your dream life possible as well. You want to talk to me about reaching your fitness goal, healthy eating on the go, or you need help emigrating from your country and finding a new home? I am here for you, and I can point you into all the right directions. Get inspired by this one-time session or join me for a regular coaching. So go ahead, follow the link in the description and book your free appointment right now. I can't wait for you to plan your own escape and join the adventure.